Hey guys, in this video I'm going to show you how you can download and install and use PyCharm IDE on your Windows 11 operating system. So PyCharm IDE is one of the most popular IDEs for developing Python based applications. So let's see how we can install it. So before installing PyCharm IDE, you need to have Python installed on your Windows 11 operating system. So first of all, we are going to check whether your Windows 11 operating system already have a previous version of Python or not. For this, you can just open your search bar and search for CMD or command prompt, and then open the command prompt, and then you just need to type Python here. Okay, when you type Python and when you press enter, and if it opens this Microsoft Store, so you can see on Microsoft Store the latest version which is available is Python 3.9, but we are not going to install Python using this Microsoft Store. So when you type Python and it doesn't show any REPL or terminal for Python, then Python is most probably not installed on your Windows operating system. So let's see how we can install Python. So close your command prompt and then open your favorite browser and search for Python download. And the first link which will appear here will be from python.org/download. So I'm going to click on this link, and then straight away on the main download page, you will see this download Python 3.10. At the time of making this video, Python 3.10 is the latest version of Python available. You can also see the previous versions of Python here. So as we have seen, Microsoft Store was showing us the version 3.9, but the latest version at the time of making this video is 3.10, right? So I always trust and recommend to download the Python from the official website, right? So once you are on the download page, click on this download Python button here, which is going to download the Python 3.10 exe file. You can see this file is downloaded. So I'm going to click on this exe file, and then I'm going to minimize my browser. So now on this first window, there are a few important things to note. So the first thing here is Python will be installed at this path on your Windows 11 operating system, right? Now what I prefer generally is to install Python directly in my C directory and not on this long path. So instead of clicking on this install now button, I always click on customize installation button. But first of all, you need to also check this checkbox which says add Python, whatever version of Python you are installing, to path. What this is going to do is it's going to add the Python binary path in your environmental variable on your Windows 11 operating system, which is going to help you to run Python from the command prompt, right? I'm also going to show you how you can manually set this, but just check this checkbox and then click on customize installation. And here just leave everything as default and then click on next. And on the next window, you can see the advanced options, right? So if you want to install Python for all the users, you can check this checkbox. And if you want to download the debugging symbols and debug binaries, you can also check these checkboxes. So it's going to also download all the debugging symbols and binaries, so it will make your debugging easier, right? Now in the customized installation, you can see this location is provided. I generally, as I said, prefer to download Python on my C drive directly. So I generally create this folder which is called Python, and then whatever the version I'm installing. So I'm installing version 3.10. So I generally name the folder Python 3.10, right? If I'm installing the version Python 3.9, then I will name this folder Python 3.9. Okay. And then I'm going to click on install, which is going to install Python. And in between, you will see this warning which says, do you want to allow this app to make changes on your device? I trust this app, so I will click on yes here. And then it's going to start the installation process of Python on my Windows 11 operating system. So just wait for this process to complete. So now in the end, I will see this window which says setup was successful. You also have this option, disable path length limit, which you can do later also. I'm not going to click on this option, and then I'm going to click on the close button. And once you do that, Python is successfully installed on your Windows 11 operating system. So now let's check first on command prompt if Python command is working or not. So I'm going to just search for cmd once again and then open the command prompt. And once command prompt is open, I'm going to just type Python space hyphen version, okay, and then press enter, which is going to show you the version of Python you have on your Windows 11 operating system. So we have installed Python 3.10, so that's why it's showing us the version of Python. Python also comes with Python package manager, which is called pip. You can also check the version of pip here. So I'm going to just write pip version and then press enter, and it's going to show me the version of pip which is installed for Python, right? So you can see pip 21.2.3 is installed for Python 3.10 on my Windows 11 operating system. Also, when I type Python here and then press enter here, it's going to open the Python REPL. REPL stands for read eval print loop, which in simple terms is going to help you to just type your command and then get the result at the same terminal. So let's say I just type 5 plus 5 and then press enter. It's going to just add these two numbers and give me the sum of these two numbers. I can also write print here, and then in the brackets I can just type hello space world here and then close the bracket and then press enter, and it's going to print hello world. So print is nothing but an inbuilt function in Python which is going to help us to print strings and other values, right? So everything is working fine. Now in case you don't see this Python version when you type Python version command here, then your environmental variable for Python is not set. So in that case, what you can do? In that case, just go to the location where you have installed Python. In my case, I have installed Python in my C drive. And if you remember, I have installed Python in this directory, which is called Python 3.10. Go inside that directory. So this is the folder where all your Python related files are available, right? So for now, I'm going to minimize this window. And what you need to do is you need to set the Python environment variable on your Windows 11 operating system. So what you can do here is you can just write edit env, and it's going to show you this result which says edit environment variable for your account. I'm going to click on this option, which is going to open this window. If you don't see edit environment variable for your account result, then you can open control panel also. So this is the long way of reaching to the same point. So just open control panel, then view by category, then click on system and security, then click on system. And then once system window opens, under system, you will be able to see advanced system settings. So just click on advanced system settings. And once this window opens, you need to click on the environment variables. So once you click on this, it's going to open the same window, right? So you can see the same window is opened. Okay. So you can directly search for environment variables window, or you can just navigate it using control panel. Now here, when you click on the path here, so just click on path environment variable and then click on edit, you will see that this path is added by Python installer on your Windows 11 operating system. So if this path is not available, C Python 3.10 or whatever directory you have for your Python installation, then you need to add that directory manually. Okay, so if you don't see any thing related to Python in the environment variables, then you just need to copy this path like this and then add it. You can add it by just clicking on new or just double clicking on this line here and then just paste your path, which is essentially the same path which is added by Python for me, right? but if it's not present, you can do that also. Okay, so once you do that, you can just click on OK, and then click on OK, and then click on OK, and close everything. And then Python command is going to work using the command prompt also on your Windows 11 operating system. And once you have Python installed on your Windows 11 operating system, you're ready to install PyCharm IDE. So for installing PyCharm, you just need to open your favorite browser and search for PyCharm, and the first link which will appear here will be from jetbrains.com/PyCharm. So JetBrains is a company which makes PyCharm. It also makes different IDEs. So just click on this link. I'm going to put this link in the description of this video also. And straight away you will be able to see the download button at the top, and you can see the download button here. So you can click any of these buttons, and here on the next page you will be able to see two versions. One is the professional version and other is the community version. So professional version have more features than the community version, but for developing simple and straightforward Python based applications, you just need the community version. So I'm going to download the community version by clicking on the download button here, and it's going to start the download of this PyCharm community.exe file. So just wait for the download to complete. So once this exe file is downloaded, I'm going to click on this file and I'm going to minimize my browser, which is going to start the installation process for PyCharm IDE. So first of all, you will see this window which says, do you want to allow this app to make changes on your device? I trust this app, so I'm going to click on yes here. And now you can see the PyCharm community edition setup has been started. So here just click on next. And this will be the default location where PyCharm IDE will be installed on your Windows 11 operating system. If you want to change this location, click on browse and select the location. And once you are done, click on next. And here on the next window, you will see the installation options. So I generally select this checkbox which says create desktop shortcut, which is going to create a desktop shortcut for me. And I can also select update path variables, which will require the restart, right? So if you want to add the bin folder to your path, then you can select this checkbox also. I'm going to skip this for now, but I will recommend you to just check this checkbox. You can also select create association with .py files and then add open folder as project in context menu also. Let me click on next button and then click on install, which is going to start the installation process of PyCharm on my Windows 11 operating system. So at this point, I just need to wait for this progress bar to reach to the 100% mark. You can also click on the show details button, which is going to show you all the details, what's happening in the process of installation of your PyCharm IDE. And once the installation of PyCharm is finished, you will see this kind of window. Here you can check this checkbox which says run PyCharm community edition, and then click on finish, which is going to launch your PyCharm IDE. Also, you can see the desktop icon has been created on my Windows 11 desktop. So from the next time, you can click on the shortcut and then open your PyCharm IDE. Now, for the first time when you start PyCharm IDE, it's going to ask you if you want to import any settings from the previous installation. I don't have any previous installation of PyCharm, so I will just leave it as default, which is do not import settings, and then click on OK, which is going to start the PyCharm IDE. And you can see now PyCharm IDE has been started. So you can see this window here. In order to create a new project, you can click on the new project here. And also you can customize your PyCharm installation by clicking on the customize section here. So let's create a new Python project using this PyCharm IDE. So I'm going to click on the new project button, which is going to show me this window. Here I can give the name to my project. Default name is Python project. I can change it to, let's say, hello world here, and then you can choose the environment. So I want to create this project using virtual env. You also have the option to choose pip env. So I'm going to leave it as default, and then this will be the location of that environment. And then you can also select your interpreter, right? So as I have mentioned, you need to have Python installed on your Windows operating system in order to use PyCharm to develop your Python project. So you can see I have pre-installed this Python. That's why PyCharm has detected the Python executable on my Windows 11 operating system, and it's showing me this option. If you don't have Python, then you will not see this option. So I will recommend you to install Python first and then install PyCharm. I'm going to just click on create, which is going to create a new project for me. And when PyCharm IDE starts, it always gives you these tips. So you can read them and then click on close, and you can see my project has been created. And this project have one file right now, which is called main.py file. And you can see PyCharm has also created a sample Python program for me inside this main.py file, right? So in order to run this main.py file, I can just right click here and then click on run file in Python console, which is going to run this Python file in the Python console. So you can see it has opened the Python console and the output is printed here. So basically we were printing hi PyCharm here, which is printed here. Okay, so this is basically a Python function, and we are calling the Python function inside the main method. So this is like calling a main method in other languages like Java or C++. Also, from the next time you can see this run main button. So when you press this button, it's going to run your Python file, or you can click on the debug button. So you can just create a breakpoint here and then run the debug button, and it's going to run your Python file in the debug mode. So this is how you can download and install and use PyCharm on your Windows 11 operating system. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next video.